Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new night point of view review. In front of us is the new Citroen C3. Now this is the fourth generation of the C3. We have the beautiful Max trim. This is the top trim with red metallic color and black top roof. If I unlock it, you can see the beautiful bright LEDs. Now inside is the 1.2 3-cylinder turbo petrol, 100 horsepower, linked to 6-speed manual. We're sitting on 17-inch alloys. If you go for the lower trim, you get steel wheels, so it is worth it going for the Max trim. The suspension is nice and comfy. Now the Max trim gets also tinted windows on the side with a black roof. You have the infotainment inside instead of a phone holder, and you have automatic AC. Some of the things are definitely worth the little extra buck. I think the very base model is like around 16,000 euros, but for a little bit extra cash, you can get this beauty. I'm gonna lock it here just to unlock it again, so the lights will come on. They don't they have coming home but not leaving home, so beautiful looking. If I open the cargo, so let me just see here. It started acting up because I've closed it and unlocked it a few times when I was doing my point of view, so just didn't want to unlock the boot space, or it just locked it afterwards after I unlocked the car and it didn't get it in. You can see here the boot space, 310 liters, so very practical, very decent, and a very handsome looking, well, it's taller, so it's like a CUV. Let's jump inside. Now, I had the electric version on test. Now we have the petrol. In the meantime, there is now also a 110 horsepower mild hybrid with automatic. So this is the only version with a manual. It is a little bit more expensive, so it's around almost 22,000 euros if you want to go for that. Before I forget, I just want to mention one thing that I didn't maybe emphasize in the day review, just to show you here. You can hear disable the auto start stop, but if you leave it engaged, this new cars, the engine turns off but the AC is still running, so that's a good thing. Unlike older generation, maybe 5 years back, when the car turns off the engine to save on fuel, the AC stops working. It's blowing air, but it's not cold, so that's a good thing. I'm gonna switch these off. And another thing here for the pesky speed limit warning, you just hold the button for like 3 seconds and then it will be off for the end of the drive. Now, let me just buckle up not to forget, and well, the car will remind me in case I do forget. But I'm gonna play some radio. It's just news here on the station. I was listening to some. Let me see this one. Okay, different station. So, you know the drill, I can't play for too long, but it's actually a decent sound system. It's just like really bad music at the moment, so I wanted to just play something else, but I don't have time. People have suggested to putting a song I can play. I just don't have time. It's just the amount of time it takes filming everything, just believe me, it's not worth it. Navigation, I'm going to use the embedded. I haven't connected this time to the Apple CarPlay because it just interrupts my recording when I'm doing a review. Here you can see the backing camera, excellent resolution, if I may add, for parking. So let's head out. Now, as you can see, my consumption is now 5 liters, but I've managed to lower it. I'm just gonna throw it out there. in this early stage, I hope you're gonna watch the video at least to the half, if not to the end. Consumption is my lowest, around 4.5. It was going towards 3, but I didn't quite get there. There is more traffic than there is usually, but still, for just a petrol with no any hybrid systems, that is pretty decent. So of course it depends on your driving style, but this is me gentle driving at night between 60 and 80 kilometers per hour, anticipating when to brake, a little bit of coasting as well, and not too aggressive acceleration. But this is like simulation of open road. In the city, I was getting like around 5 to 6 liters. On the highway, I haven't driven too much besides the day point of view driving, so it's probably like 7 liters at least, or more, but that's fine. Now, speed bumps, very comfortable suspension. All these minor bumps, imperfections on the road are soaked up nicely. This one's a little bit harsher, still very comfortable, very decent. Now, compared to the EV version or the EC3, this is a very light car. It is actually, quite faster to accelerate. It has a shorter stopping distance, but it's good for most of you who are not maybe interested in an EV. I think petrol heads will love this petrol. It is very engaging with the manual. It also has nice exhaust. It's not something that's super loud, but you can hear it if you go to the garage. It sounds really good. It's on the loud side. It's not super loud or obnoxious, but you can hear it. And again, it's very engaging with the manual. Now, I would personally never buy a manual car again, because driving in the city with a manual is just not fun if it's not empty like this. But that's just me. I know there's a lot of you who like manuals. It's a good manual. Very comfortably sits inside a gear. It's a little bit longer travel as most of French cars when it comes to manual, but very nice altogether. Now, 100 horsepower seems enough for this small car. It's not too heavy again. The brakes also are good enough. They're not super aggressive from the very start. I would say they're just normal. And some German brands, they're very aggressive from the start. You notice that if you buy a new car, maybe if you're driving an old car, the brakes engage a little bit later on. But this one's just like normal setting. Now, when we're talking about the manual, the gears are a bit shorter, so just asks for you to, if you follow the coach on the display, to shift earlier. And what's interesting, there is no display with the rev counter or the odometer. It's just like speedo, it's digital, and that's it. Now, if I press here, this is the fuel consumption after 2,600 kilometers, 7.4, excuse me, 7.4. So that's also a little perspective. It's probably driven on the highway as well. This is like the current and the coolant temperature. But generally, I gotta say that this car exterior looks quite cool for me personally. I love it. Kind of reminds me of the classical cars, but in a modern way. It's a very handsome little car. I think the ladies will like it the more. I've said that in my day review. And interior is kind of on the minimalist side, but still looking good, okay, once you get used to it. By the way, the steering is very light. It's not giving you a lot of feedback, but it's easy for parking. Now, seats, I have to praise the seats. These seats are one of the best seats in the car industry. These are super comfy, and you will be very happy. This is a little bit taboo, but I've read some feedback from some forums. People love Citroën that are a little bit, let's say, oversized when it comes to weight. So if you're, I'm not gonna say obese, but if you're like a little bit chubbier, let's call it that. I don't want to offend anyone. These seats are nice and wide, and they have a really nice supportive foam, so you will appreciate them. Now, again, if you go for the lower trim, you don't get this display. You get a phone holder. So going for like the very base trim is totally not worth it. For the middle trim is like fine, but I would just go for this trim because it is very well packed. It looks very nice as well. So you're getting like the full deal, or the Max. You're getting the Max, which is the name of the trim. It was like Feel You and Max, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. Also, the car is stable in the bends. There's a little bit leaning because it's taller, but it's fine. So it accelerates really nicely. So I can't say it was faster than the electric because it's like instant acceleration, but I drive a Tesla with like 4 times more horsepower. So when I sit in the C3 electric, it took me a little bit, maybe a day, just to get used to do 100 horsepower electric. But it's fine, and this is fine. So this car is, I would say, mostly intended for the city and the occasional open road, some road trips as well. But on the highway, it's fine as well. Now, when it comes to soundproofing, it's very good in the city speeds, but when you get to the highway, it's a little bit noisy. At 130, also it's a boxy shape, so that is another factor that comes in. Overview is great in this car. You're sitting tall, and the camera for parking is excellent. So you're in a good spot, and parking as well is very easy. U-turn angle is good. So this car is really it's really a good deal. Now, after the highway, we're gonna talk about maybe one thing that you should consider when purchasing this car. But first, we're gonna get to the highway. Actually, I think we have it's a green light, so I'm gonna save it after the highway. So it just accelerates it very nicely. I'm gonna leave some gap between these guys. They're just like tailgating each other, so I don't want to do the same. I think the long beam, there's no automatic, but it's full moon, so we really don't need the long beam, but it's good. The BMW is a coal runner, so it's accelerating super nicely from a low gear. sounds good as well. Okay, so this is 100. So this is the pesky thing. You just hold the mute button. There's gonna be like a little flashing amber on the left, and for the rest of the drive it's silent. I'm gonna kick it into lower gear and speed up here. As you can see, it takes it a while. And it's a little bit noisy at 130. Now let me just demonstrate here the cruise control. So let's keep it on 110. So it works okay. Now it should correct me here, as you can see, and it keeps me in the center of the lane, so it doesn't do a ping pong thing. That's a great thing. Now let's talk about the engine, or the thing that I wanted to mention after the highway, but I've demonstrated everything here. We don't have the adaptive cruise control or the radar for distance. It's just emergency braking using the camera on the top for the lane assist and emergency braking. Now, this specific engine is a new generation with a belt, but I believe it's a wet belt. If you go for the mild hybrid, that one has the revised chain, but with the chain you think that the problem would be fixed because there was a lot of just complaints regarding the belt. What I've heard, some feedback from the mechanics, that this new wet belt is something you should pay attention to on the service, and with the chain as well. So these engines are, when it comes to reliability, prone to early failing. And if you want to, because this car is a good deal price wise, if you want to keep it long term, you should pay attention to your belt or chain regarding maintenance. So for early wear sign, and just replace it in time. This is the only thing that's actually a con about this car. Otherwise, it's a great car. The C3 was really sold in a lot of numbers, and people love it because it's affordable. But that's the only maybe con regarding this car. Now, we weren't driving really for a long fast, but let me just check here. Our fuel consumption is still around 5 liters, which is absolutely amazing and great. This guy got confused. This is my exit. So just a quick demonstration of the LED headlights. So it is almost like a full moon, but just a little bit here you can see the LED headlights. So this is a long beam. It shoots all the way to the end. I can see far and nice and wide. So good. I can also see the reverse camera in very dark, but still the reverse lights illuminate the pavement well. So just to check my sides here. And let's speed up here. I'm not gonna do 0 to 100. It's not, super fast, but you can see it just speeds up quite nice. So very agile. Now let me just demonstrate the navigation here. We're searching for parking. It's not suggesting what I'm looking for.
Follow this road for 1 kilometer and then bear left.
Ooh, there's awful male voice. How do I mute it though? Okay. I think the last time I've used the Waze instead of the embedded navigation, so you can see how it looks. Now there's a speeding camera up ahead. I'm wondering if it's gonna show it or no. It seems like no. That's a little bit disappointing.
At the road, bear left, using 2 leftmost lanes. Bear left, using 2 leftmost lanes.
Okay, at first the voice is like...
Follow this road for 2.5 kilometers, and then you'll arrive at your destination.
It's like, I'm not sure if I'm feeling a bit of Australian in it, or is it just like a UK? Yeah, I'm not sure about this voice. I think I prefer personally like a female voice rather than a male in the navigation. Maybe just me personally. Okay then, so time to wrap up the car. Now, again, the only con I see about this car is the engine long-term reliability. Otherwise, this car is pretty solid for the buck. There's a lot of competition, but it's pretty good. Has a few of the pros for me personally. That's the very comfortable seats. The interior is roomy. Very comfortable suspension as well. So these are some of the pros for me personally, and the looks as well. So let's say here Dacia Logan, not comfortable seats. Okay, the petrol is probably more reliable, not as comfortable drive. This one is more stylish. If we're talking about the exterior design, I do also like the Sandero, not the Logan. I was referring to Sandero.
In 300 meters, you'll arrive at your destination.
To be specific, Sandero Stepway, because also looks, this one's taller, has the plastic fenders and so on, so it looks like an off-road vehicle, sort of, or like an SUV. Let's be more specific.
In 80 meters, turn right.
Thank you very much.
Turn right.
That was really on the spot for the turn right. It's a bit rough in there, but yeah, there's an umbrella on the back.
Take the first left.
Okay, thank you. We're finished. Okay, here's the thing about this. You press it once, it goes down, but it does not want to go up. So, you know, you just have to hold it in. I'm gonna leave the window open a little bit so you can hear the petrol. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up the video by parking right here. There's a light up, so I'm gonna do a little walk around the car. Again, fuel consumption 5.3, amazing. This is also a very economical car, again depending on the driver, but for me personally it's economical. Don't forget to pull the handbrake, and that's that. Don't forget any valuables inside the car as well. Although in Croatia I think you're pretty much safe regarding that. Just a quick walk around in the garage. Again, just beautiful looking and stylish. The new C3, I love it. I think this is, looking at the past model, better looking car now. They really nailed it. And next week, or I'm not sure when I'm going to publish this, there's going to be C4 Aircross. The Aircross is a bit taller and more spacious. It's going to be also a great seller. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. If you have any comments, type them below. Share this video, like it, you know the drill. And if you already haven't, subscribe to the channel. Until next one, bye.